Hi, my amazing planner friends. It's Jess from My Magical Planner, and today is Cocoa Daisy subscription day. So, if you're new to my channel or haven't seen one of my Cocoa Daisy unboxings before, Cocoa Daisy is a sticker plus, I would say, boutique planner store. They essentially have subscriptions. You can get some of their subscriptions just buying in the store, but they mostly just do subscriptions. Now, they do a variety of different subscriptions, everything from like scrapbooking type stuff to actual physical planners where you get like a monthly planner sent to you each month, to stickers. And they do have, like I said, a ton of different sizes. So I do get 3 different subscriptions each month. I get the Daisy Weeks and the Daisy Calendar, both of which are sized essentially for a Hobonichi cousin. And then I get the Classic Cousin Kit, which is meant for a Hobonichi cousin. So all of the kits are coordinating. They have some overlap and things that are in them, but they are all very unique and coordinate well. Now, I do use all 3 subscriptions in my Hobonichi cousin, even though 2 of them are meant for a smaller planner, because I do enjoy using some smaller stickers in my Hobonichi cousin. And the last thing I will let you know is that this monthly subscription, in the format that I get it with all 3 different sticker kits, runs me about $48.19. So each subscription has their own, of course, value. Then you have shipping and taxes on top of that. So just to give you an idea, I will, as I open each kit, tell you the price of that particular kit in case you are interested in just that kit. Now, these kits are currently up in their shop, so if you see one that you really like, you can go over there. I'll have a link to their website down below, though I'm not affiliated with them in any way. So, all right, let's get into this. I do like how they always have a really nice mailer here. So, like I said, we have 1, 2, and 3 kits. You also, sometimes you will get a vinyl sticker. It just depends on how many they have. They tend to do them for the bigger subscriptions, like the planner subscriptions, I think first, and then if they have leftovers, they'll put some in the sticker subscriptions. So, but you always get one of these little cards, which I love. It tells you it tells you the collection name. This one is called Little Bee Cottage. I think it's super cute. I always love the fall themed kits. They're probably my favorites, to be honest. And we have like little mushrooms. There is a little bee or 2 in there. There's some butterflies. We have some kind of ink swatching type, like the alcohol ink swatching type stuff going on here as well. And then on the other side, you have information about Cocoa Daisy and the September kit. If you get some of their other kits, they do have other cards that they include. But I think most of them get this card. Let's start with my cheapest kit, which happens to be this one. This is called the Calendar Weeks kit, I believe. It's only $6.25. It's so cheap. That being said, you only get 2 pages with it, but that's okay. It's meant for a Hobonichi Weeks monthly spread. So what you get in here, so this month we have red days of the week here at the top. And what I tend to do if I'm going to use these is I'll just cut them down, lining up along this line here with all these numbers to do that. Then we have some really thin washi strips right in here that coordinate. And of course you have all of your dates in there. I haven't used the dates. I think you could probably put together something like a monthly habit tracker, or like putting a word after each day or something. I've been playing around with a couple of ideas. And then we get a couple more little washi strips here. And then we get some larger boxes. These are for decorating. And we have they're usually coordinating. So if you want something over an entire spread, like on 2 pages, you can do that. And it says, we spend too much. Wait, hold on. We spend too. Oh, I think it is a full quote going across the 2. Sorry. I think this is the first time I've seen her do that. So it says, we spend too much time making a living and too little time living and making. That's a really nice quote. I'm going to have to figure out where I want to put that because I definitely want to try and use that this month. Then we get some littler boxes here on the side. I love using these in my monthly spread in my Hobonichi cousin. That way, if I have lots of other things going on, I have room. So we have an important reminder, don't forget, an appointment, and they're all in different colors. So if you like having different colors for different types of events so that they stick out to you, you have that. Then we get some little arrows, which I always really like. So we get 2 here and 3 over here, which are always nice just for, things that are going on for extended, maybe it's over 2 days or 4 days or whatever. Having something like that to label at the very beginning over your washi, I think is really nice. We also get a little September tab here. She always has a tab on this particular kit because it is the beginning of the month. Now, I haven't used these tabs because I tab my planners at the beginning of the year, but if you tab as you go, that is really nice. Then you get some really small icons. This is probably my favorite size of the icons she does, but all the other kits that I have larger ones. But we get birthdays, we get cleanings, we get some picnic baskets, which I think are really cute, as well as the fork and knife kind of dinner. So if you had like some dinner dates or time out with friends, that kind of thing, you could mark those on your monthly calendar. We have some dumbbells here to mark, maybe your weekly workout or something. We have washing machines, a suitcase and a car kind of for travel. We have trash cans and we have dollar signs. Now, I do wish that she had more icons because I feel like this is not enough icons for me personally if I were going to label things throughout the month. Like I would want more trash cans, for instance. If I was going to be marking all my workouts, I usually do that on a daily basis, not on a weekly. And that type of thing. Sometimes I have more than 2 birthdays. So I kind of wish that she had like an add-on that you could get that had this sized icons, but more of them. Maybe it's just me. So that's page 1. Then on page 2, you get a big strip that is, the monthly strip. This is meant to go, I believe, along the side of your calendar. I often will pull this into my monthly spread because I think they're so pretty, but I can also pull them into the back of my planner and use them on like a dashboard page, that kind of thing. Then we have a large sticker that says this month and a slightly smaller sticker. Now I want to say the format of this has changed. I think that this month is slightly larger than it used to be and that this sticker is smaller and that she's kind of adjusted that. I could be wrong though. Like, I feel like that's what she's done. I feel like she's done some tweaking recently. And then we've got a bunch of tiny boxes over here, which I adore having these little boxes. It makes it really nice for marking my appointments and such on my monthly calendar. And then we get some full boxes in here. I say full boxes because if you were in like a week's, it would be the size of a full box on that calendar page. So these are really cute. They're almost postage stamp size. So if you like using postage stamp stickers, they work really nice for that. And then you have a couple of stickers down here with any kind of holidays or things coming up. Like there's Labor Day here. There's the first day of fall, which must fall in September. I haven't looked it up. And there's also National Coffee Day. These also have the date on them. So this one, it's very light, but you do have the 2nd up here. We have the 22nd here and the 29th, just so that you don't have to look it up. It's just there for you. So that is my first kit, which I always love how all of these will coordinate. So, okay. Next is the Daisy Weeks sticker kit. Now this is quite a bit larger. I think there's 6 or 7 pages in here, and this one runs $16.95. So we have one vellum page or like transparent matte sticker page, and the rest are on the same matte paper as that last kit. So on our first page, we always get a month's worth of days of the week. They're always varied in colors. So if you're one of those people who likes all of your, your Monday through Sunday to be the same color throughout your week, this may not be the right one for you. However, you can Depending on what the color rotation is, you can get most of a week if you kind of go down instead of and kind of pick the ones you want opposed to just going straight across. Then we do get more icons. Like I said, these are much, much bigger than the ones that you get on the calendar. I prefer the smaller size, but these work really nicely on a weekly spread. So we get some travel icons up here with the plane, the suitcase, and the car. We get a couple more birthday cakes, some computers, I think these are cell phones. They could be, if you're a gaming person, you could put them on their side, and they could be like a Switch, or, oh gosh, my son has something else that he bought himself that I can't remember what the name is. It's like Steam Deck maybe, but it looks similar to that. Then we have $4 signs here. We have 4 trash cans, 4 spray bottles kind of for cleaning. We have laundry baskets, dishwashers, those dumbbells, and the fork and knife, as well as some feet here for, like, you know, if you're doing walks and tracking it and that kind of thing. So you get a lot of versatility on this page. Then our next page, actually our next 2 pages, kind of coordinate together. So I'm going to show them at the same time because you'll see how the pattern kind of goes across all the way. So these are meant, so we have little headers. So at the top of like a Hobonichi cousin on the weekly spread, you have a spot where it kind of says what week it is and stuff. And that's what these are meant for. I often use them in the back of my Hobonichi cousin, or sometimes I'll cut them down and use them as just a strip in my my cousin on either the monthly or weekly spread. Sometimes I'll use this kind of at the bottom for my habit tracking area to kind of section that off. You can do a lot of different things with these little stickers here. Then we have just some coordinating longer stickers. These work well for any kind of decorating you want, be it on a monthly spread, a weekly spread, in the back of your Hobonichi cousin. The length of these kind of fits perfectly on top of the text that the Hobonichi cousin tends to have at the bottom of their daily pages. So if you, for instance, want it to be able to cover that up because you have a Japanese one and you don't speak Japanese, these work really well for that. So, and I sometimes use like the welcome to September on my first page of the month or that kind of thing. Then we have habit trackers up here. Now these are too large to really work in a traditional way on the Hobonichi cousin layout. They do, obviously they're meant for a different size planner. So what I have done is either, like I said, I'll use that bottom section kind of where you have the ability to have like 4 things to do and say I'm tracking my habits down there. I can lay them across the bottom there and have them be that way. Or I can cut them and use this portion as a box on its own and use the tracking as its own thing as well. The other thing I've done is cut it in half, like right in here, and then be able to stack them on top of each other in that side section. You do have to do a little bit of sticker surgery to make that work, but it is totally possible. Now, I will say that I really love the flowers that she used in here and the butterflies. Those are really pretty. I don't know if I'm going to be using a ton of the bees. Bees tend to scare me, to be honest. I do know that they are a big fad in your planners and stuff, especially with spring. I don't see them so much in fall, which surprised me. It also surprised me that we have strawberries in here, which I also think of as a spring type thing. But it does say goodbye summer with the strawberries, so I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me. Next, we have a page of functional boxes, essentially. So we have a couple of boxes that would be in a week's, a double box. I tend to use these in my Hobonichi cousin if I have, like, say I'm going to a planner meetup or something like that, where I'm flying in the night before and it's the next day, or if I'm meeting up with somebody, those type of things where it might overlap more than one day. That's when I tend to use these type boxes. And then we have all the square boxes, which are just nice if you don't want to use up like the full space because you want to decorate underneath or around, or I use them mostly in my monthly spreads, to be honest. But I love all the versatility. We have a little frog this month. These, they remind me of daisies, but I don't think they actually are. We have like the paper underneath, and I like the fact that we have, you know, a kind of a framework with the decorative elements. So I don't have to worry about, can I write in here and is it going to be seen? So we have all of those, and then we have some square decorative boxes down here at the bottom, which again are pretty much stamp size. So if you had one of those like pairs of scissors, they were really popular when I was scrapbooking, where you got like the different edges. I bet you could get a stamp edge on all of these, and that would be really fun. So there's that page. Then we get a page with deco on it, which I really love the deco she used this month. Like, I love this one here with the strawberries and the mushrooms. I think that's just super cute. Not into the bumblebee, but that's okay. I like this one. It says storied back there. We have a butterfly, we have a little jar, and then there's some writing behind it. We have an envelope with flowers, the book stack, the cup with the flowers in it. It's just super cute to me, and I love this key as well. So I love all of those little elements. Do I wish they were on transparent, or maybe had a little bit like less white space around them? Yeah, but they're fine. Does that make sense? And then down here we have some functional scripts. So we have 4 menu plans. So if you do a weekly menu plan, you have those to work with. You have 4 groceries, so you can put those in there for like pickups or, you know, whatever you need. Or you can put these on the top of a page in the back of your Hobonichi cousin or whatever planner you're using to make your grocery list, that kind of thing. Then we have for this week's and for next week's, as well as these tiny habit trackers here. So if those other habit trackers don't work for you, you do have the option of these, which I think is really nice. Next, we have our transparent page, or, you know, I think she calls it a vellum page. I think of it as transparent matte because that's what most other people seem to call it. So on the top here, we have some decorative elements. These are all square cuts, so they are really easy to line up if that's what you want to do. We do have things like stay humble, work hard, life is sweet, me time, those type of really just universal type quotes. And then we have a couple of ink swatches, which actually having the nice crisp edge, even though you don't see that in the decorative element, makes it really nice for lining it up. Then you get a set of numbers for numbering your spreads, of course. You can also use these for other things, but I do like the fact that we have those on the transparent mat. They are square cut, and we do get, you know, if there's, depending on how many days are in the month, we always get like a little square sticker here. This month it's a little mushroom. And then at the very bottom here, we have some tiny washi strips on the transparent. These are always really cute. I do wish that they coordinated a little bit more and you had a little bit more of them, but beggars can't be choosers. They work great for layering or for those shorter type trips. So, because I think these cover between 2 and 3 days in a Hobonichi cousin. It would be at the bottom, like this would be the full length of the end of the page if you were in a Hobonichi weeks. So it just depends. I know I'm not buying it for the correct size planner, I guess. So that is kit number 2. And then we have my last kit, which is the classic cousin kit. This is the most expensive kit that I get at $18.95, which for what you get is super cheap. I feel like when I was doing weekly kits for my 7x9 planner, I was easily spending $25 plus per week, and you get more than enough stickers for a week in this spread or in this kit. So let's take a look here. Now, with the classic cousin kit, you do get a little bit of a different type of kit than we had with the past 2. The past 2 are really meant for either a weekly spread or a monthly spread. It's not combined, where this kit kind of combines the two and gives you everything you might need for your cousin, or at least that's the intent. So, or at least I think that's the intent. Anyhow, so we get 6 full boxes on here. Now, I will say these full boxes are much larger than any of the full boxes that I've seen in other cousin kits. They tend to be about half the size. You can totally cut these down and make that work, or you can layer on top of these, which also works really well. But we do get 6 of these boxes. I really love the designs this month, honestly. I love the paper. I think this would be really fun to layer on top of. The strawberry kind of makes me think of vintage wallpaper for some reason. Then we have this one with the butterflies. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I love a good butterfly. So yeah. And then we just have some like really fun layering going on in this one. I love the sentiment of this one with protect your peace. Then down here, we have a couple of unique boxes. These tend to change up a little bit depending on the month. I think she has a rotation of different ones that she puts in here. This one says yes to this, which is really nice. If you're doing the Moxie Lives type stuff, they've just been doing their season of yes, which I think would coordinate really well with this. Items of note. This could work really well layering on top of one of these. We have reflection. And then down here, we have some smaller boxes. Now, I do really love these tiny boxes here, and I wish I had more of those. But these are about 1 hour, where these are more like, I'd say 2.5 or 3 hours. If you're doing your time, if you're doing like time blocking or anything like that in your planner. So we get all of those there, and then we get these little flags on the side, which are very handy. They are about a little over an hour, I want to say maybe an hour and a half in size, but they work really, really well. On page 2, we get more of those full boxes. So you end up with a total of, I think it's 11 boxes. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, 11 boxes. Sorry. Mental math is not my thing. So we have these beautiful flowers down here. I think that's really, really pretty. We have Goodbye Summer. Now, she had these in last month, the Goodbye Summer. So to have it 2 months in a row with the same sentiment, I'm a little iffy on that. This feels more like Goodbye Summer, but I realize some people went back to school at the beginning of or mid this month. So maybe that's why that's there. Then we have some full boxes. Now, these full boxes here are the size of your full box on your monthly spread. So if that's where you want to use them, they work perfectly on there. I do find this one makes me think Christmas for some reason, with the red outline and the packages. Interesting. But I really, really love this one with like the little flowers in the cup, and this one here where it kind of blends into the frame. That's really cute. Not as big on the bee, but that's me. And then down here we have some what would be like half boxes, or like I think they're bigger than these ones. So I think they're about 4 hours, but I could be wrong on that. Next, we get a page of kind of functional items. So this has all of your scripts associated with like little icons, which can be really cute. They do take up a little bit more space than I would like in my cousin, but they work really well. I sometimes use them on the monthly spread, especially things like doctor appointment, night out, nail appointment, that type of thing. Then we get some habit trackers. There's 8 in total, so obviously you could split them up over several weeks depending on how many habits you're tracking. Most people I know tend to do 1 to 2 habits a week, although some people do more. So it just depends. Then we get checklist, and I love these little clipboards. I always thought they were really cute. So we get 2 that have 5 hearts on them as checklist and 2 with 7. And I like having the variety. You can use these 7 as your Monday through Sunday if you wanted to, if you're spreading it out over several weeks, that kind of thing. And of course, we do get the 1 Monday through Sunday over here. Next, we have kind of our deco sheet. So we have all of these cute little pieces. which coordinate really well with the deco that you got in the other kit, which is part of the reason I like to get both, is so I can get different sizings, because sometimes like you get this in both kits, but this one's smaller. So, you have things like that, but you also have unique items. Like I don't have the books over here, and I love the books and that type of thing. So you get a lot of really cute things. We have this month, this like ticket type thing, which I think you could probably easily cut to whatever size you want, or if you just want it one, but they are all connected. Love the butterfly as well. And then down here at the bottom, we have some like quotes and that kind of thing. Sometimes I feel like they're journaling prompts. Sometimes they're just, really nice words that you can add to a spread and that kind of thing. This month, I think it's a combination. So it says buzz over here, the small things, changes ahead, looking ahead, take it easy, quality time, time to reflect. That would be a good journaling one. Reset and refocus, self-care, enjoy silence, and summer's end. So a lot of really nice boxes to choose from. On our next page, we have kind of our scripts. So you get several days of the week to choose from. There are 4 different styles. Some months I think there might be more, but I'm not positive. And she has a couple of different things that tend to be kind of universal. Usually there is a swatch type days of the week, although I think she has a few different ones that she maybe uses. We get one usually on the side where it kind of coordinates with whatever the theme is. This month we have the little mushrooms before them, and they're like little page flags. Then we get one that's the scripty font with all the different days of the week in different colors. And then this one has little strawberries and everything. Now, what I will say is in the past, and I feel like she has shrunk them down, so I need to recheck, but these ones have not worked well on my weekly spreads in the Hobonichi Cousin because they are too large and I can't do a number next to them. And part of that is using the numbers from this particular kit. And we'll get to that when we get to that page. Then we have menu plans, this week's and next week's, all in varying colors. I like the fact that you can pick and choose there. We get all the same icons that we got on the other kit, only they're in different colors. So if you're trying to do a monochromatic type spread, you have more options. So with the Daisy Week sticker kit, these icons are the same size. You just get different colorways, and I think you essentially get all of the exact same icons. There might be one more car on this one, but otherwise I think they're exactly the same, just in different colors. So I like having both so I can kind of pick and choose depending on what my spread is. Sometimes if I'm marking, say, all my walks in a week, I'll alternate the color of the feet on this one with the feet that I have on this sheet here, because they'll be 2 different coordinating colors or something like that. Then we get a page that has an alpha set, which when I first started getting this kit, I was like, there's no way I'm going to use that. But I have honestly used it probably as one of the most functional things that I get in this kit. And I don't think any other sticker kit has this included, which is really nice. It gives you a freedom that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise. So I often use this for putting down trips or to-do list. I'll use like to-do and that type of thing. If you want to see examples of these, I will link a plan with me that I've done using one of her kits up here for you guys, so you can see that. And then we have some washi strips in here. Not loving this one. I don't know if those are bees or spiders, but either way, no. I could see using it maybe as, I think they're supposed to be bees, but they make me think spiders. How about you guys? What do you think? But I could see that using like in a Halloween spread. Anyhow. And then we have these cute flowers in here, and everything just kind of coordinates. Now, it does look like she maybe made these a tad smaller. I'll have to double check and let you guys know. It's probably my eye. But she does have these like shingle type shaped numbers. And the only place I really like using these is in the monthly spread, because on the weeklies, especially if I want to use these scripts, they just don't tend to work very well or look very nice together, in my personal opinion. So, but they work fine for the monthly spread. So I'll try and include a monthly planning video up here so you guys have that as well. So there's that. And then the last sheet, of course, is that vellum sheet. So we get some really large quotes in here. These work great if you have like those empty spots at the beginning or end of the month, or if you are gone or just want some decorative something in the middle of your week, those type of things, or even in the back of my Hobonichi cousin on the day on one page or daily spreads. These work really great there. And then of course you have a few more decorative washies. And I've said this before, my biggest gripe is that I don't have any washies that can go an entire spread. So if I want to use like any kind of framing or use them as dividers, I feel like I can't do that. It is one of the shortcomings of this particular kit, but I do have other washi I can pull in. So there is that. All right, guys, that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.